We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin
from the Uptown Lounge,
where Crush gets its groove back every Wednesday, 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time.
Word, Lady K.
Happy new home.
Happy new home. No disrespect to anywhere we've been, because you got to start somewhere, but it's an evolution, and we are happy to be engaged with Legacy Internet Radio tonight. From the beautiful city of Richmond, baby. It's so good to
be back in the city,
I love
right?
my city, especially when I spend some time in the county.
Yeah, we left.
It's so good to be back in Richmond, and I know the Richmond cops will beat you up too, fellas, but they take it a little lighter on you.
It's a little lighter than that Hanover boy.
Hanover is the worst.
So we hear Reeves 1 on the mic right now, and Ron P and KB and Triple H. Hip Hop Henry, for those that don't know.
Shout out to the whole listening party. We are back. Fellas, we're back. It's fam once again. We back together.
We back definitely.
Absolutely.
Great to have you guys back, man.
Because y'all would not come to Hanover.
No, man.
God bless you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Nah.
I was like,
you go from jump, man. I'm not coming to Hanover because nobody's coming to Hanover.
If I can't even get my local fam to come to Hanover, how am I going to get DMX or anybody like that to come out?
Yeah.
It ain't happening, ever.
Hanover's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It got
No
a
doubt.
long history.
I was shook.
Hold on, I haven't gotten there
Shout out
yet.
to KBAD in the building. Did come indeed, came out together
KB
with
was
us.
there almost every show, except for when he had to work. It's a true story.
Y'all family, man. I had to come represent.
Salute and applause.
The thing is, he's great at amnesty because he was working around the block from y'all.
The other, I do know this. I do not. I was getting ready to say, but the other side of the room, you know what I mean?
But see,
I came once.
when one of us appears, all of us are there. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Yeah,
we
we
still
on our
shouted
Jesus
y'all
Christ
out
right
like
now.
you were all there. But I must say
doubt.
that the vibe is much better actually having all
Everyone
of y'all
here.
in the room.
Word.
Yeah, no doubt.
Organic. This is family.
It
man.
is. It's
Word
just
up.
it's real, and it's hip hop, and it's music, and it's love. And if y'all haven't listened to the interview yet that Marcus did with us Monday night, it was kind of just talking about like where we came from and how we got into this and whatnot. And then he was talking about how he's an old fogey hip hop head. You know what I mean? And so Swerve was kind of like, well, Kay's over there with you, because she don't really, play a whole lot of this new stuff, know a whole lot of the new stuff. And so that's when I started talking about y'all, about shouting y'all out, because y'all are schooling me. You know what I mean? You're bridging the gap for me, bringing me into, music that isn't just that trap crap, as I put it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Triple H, who is in the building.
Yeah.
What up, Hip Hop Henry?
Man, it's good to see y'all.
You too.
Like honestly, because Hanover was not the wave. Like, me and Reeves was laughing about it that one time we went out there.
I know.
On the way back.
He didn't want to hurt my feelings, I could
Man,
tell. But
look.
I got it.
We drove the speed limit.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
that's so
I
crazy.
was even driving the speed limit.
I took my new era off.
He did.
I put things in
I
stash.
listened to
haven't used it.
B103.7
I'm
on the way
44.
out there.
I'm 44 years old, and I haven't used a stash spot in a car in 15 years. I was stashing things in Hanover, left and right.
Bryce,
Peace and breakfast
what up?
in the
Peace and
building.
breakfast in the building.
breakfast.
Bryce is
Peace to
going on.
Brice. Peace to Marcus J. I host Legacy Internet Radio, putting us on. We were just talking about how happy we are to be here, not just because you walked in the room, but we are so delighted with the surroundings, being in the big city of Richmond for a change. The vibe around the building is an undisclosed location, but the vibe around here is wonderful, it's beautiful, it's nice. Somewhere we can bring guests to, without fear of overt harassment due to shortcomings by dumb individuals raised in the countryside.
Yeah, yo.
But shout out, enough of we stepped on Hanover enough. Shout out to all the good people living in Hanover. Move. I would move if I were you. That land is going. The white folks moving out there. You can sell now. You can move. You can make a lot of money. Just move.
They probably are still supporting Mitt Romney out there.
Oh no, they got tea. They deeper than that. They Tea Party out there, baby. They Tea Party candidates.
Party.
Oh Lord.
They voting for some guy you never heard of.
He's from Mechanicsville.
In the presidential election, probably Ted Cruz, who just announced. Ted Cruz just announced. The man who shut the government down as a senator for 2 or 3 weeks wants to be president. I don't know how that's a good idea for anybody. But moving on, we ain't gonna get political. What's up, Brice? I see you in here tonight. What's going on?
Shout out to the Uptown Lounge, inaugural show on Legacy Internet Radio.
Right.
Right.
B. Rice, fresh off the bars.
Brice brings out the big words.
And yo, shout out to Lady K. I see you over there with the new frames. I guess since y'all switched up and got like a bigger look with Legacy Internet Radio, I'm gonna just name drop again. You decided to just go for the new look or whatnot with the frames. I see you over there.
Yeah.
Jump on them.
Yeah. Brice is smiling extra big while talking about Lady K's frames. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Did you get a? Oh, you talking about your glasses? I thought you had lost weight or something with all that talk about your new frame. I didn't know I was long. You know.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. We are in here tonight. It's so that
it.
you know we haven't had this much fun in like the month or 2 months we were there. We haven't had that many laughs or that much fun. No disrespect. It's all evolution. You know.
No, it
you know,
is.
you got to walk before you crawl, and one day a caveman become a genius. So we're on the way. You know what I mean?
Where are you taking us tonight? What you feeling?
Man, I'm just overwhelmed with the new ability to
I know.
play whatever the F I want and say mostly what I want. I can say everything I want because the one rule I've had that rule for like I'm 44. I've had that rule. Let me say I went to school and when I was 5. I'm 44.
That's what I told him.
I didn't learn the word until I was 6. So we figured that in 6. 44, what is that, 38 years, I've had that rule locked.
Right, me too.
Locked.
I'm with you. That's what I told
I
him.
used to hang out with a home team official, shout out to Backman and VA Slim, and they used to look for footage. They used to catch me hosting the shows. They would try so hard to find me. They'd ask me to talk about countries in Africa to see if I would slip up. But it's Nigeria and Niger. That's what the names of those countries are. I know all of that. I know about reneging. That's a real word. There's no offense there. You cannot trap me or try to make me say that word. It will not happen. I'll sooner shit my pants right now than say that word in front of 3 black men. And I ain't shit my pants in even longer than I knew about that word. So let's talk about the great debate at 8 tonight, since we can play whatever we want in the beautiful Legacy Internet Radio. I want to say shout out to all the regular, you know, the strong fans of the Listening Party and Legacy Internet Radio, period. Come on aboard with us, rock with us every Wednesday. I guarantee you're going to have a good time.
Right.
One thing we do focus on, 8 o'clock, the great debate at 8. It may be 2 of your favorite artists. It may be 2 of your favorite albums. It may be, we might even end up doing time period against time period.
Yeah.
Who knows what may happen.
Worst rapper, maybe?
We could debate everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Ever.
And be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the tops. Be on the lookout for the new top 10. I'm not sure. I've got to read the contract again before I know if I can say the word I usually say, which is highly related to the word that I cannot say. So I'm going to deal with that with management later. We'll talk about that. But I do have a new white boy top 10 coming at y'all just because white boys are making the news and progressing all the time. We have a new top 10, Hall of Fame, white boys doing it. We'll figure out whether I can
let you know if we can say
I was Lady K will work it out. That, you know, some people feel that word's too closely related. I was personally called that word. But out of respect to whoever, if they don't want me to say whatever word, I won't say it. I'm good. I don't need to cuss.
I was
don't
called
need to
that
cuss.
word not even 5 years ago. I was wondering where that came from. That had been a long time. I hadn't heard that in a decade or two.
Well, you know, words like that come on back around.
That's a long time. So.
But anyway, tonight we're talking the great debate at 8. We're talking CNN versus Mobb Deep, the Mobb.
That's right.
I'm putting
Queens all the way. Queens all the way.
I got one person.
Although Prodigy was
Shout
not
out to
actually
Vic.
from Queens, right? And was Nori was Queens official, right? I know Capone was.
Prodigy's from Long Island.
Prodigy's from Long Island. I've read the book and everything. I know way too much about Prodigy at this point, but the book is good. The audio book is on YouTube. Shout out to everybody bootlegging. The audio book is on YouTube.
Nice.
So look out. That's Mobb Deep, CNN, Two
got a
Queens
lot
legends.
of response from Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
I got one person for CNN right now because they say the War Report is one of their favorite albums ever. So shout out to Vic. But I'm seeing,
Mobb Deep has got
pendulum
bulk.
is definitely going towards Mobb, and if KBAD is going with the majority, that's a pretty heavy debate. Right
Yeah, it's a
there.
new thing.
So,
But I mean, he looked like he got one of P's old chains on right now. I think he's Mobb Deep official. It looked like Prodigy could have wore that chain like 10 years ago. You never know.
I got this off the guy.
you did? Well, he
I
got
got him.
snatched at Virginia State when he came off the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is that it?
No.
All right. I mean, you
Now,
said
shout to P, man, but
Instagram that Uptown Lounge, Prodigy chain on KB Net.
got it.
Word.
Got
Somebody Instagram that for me. I don't have an account, but somebody Instagram that for me.
Yeah, got him. Hey, but I'm rocking with Mobb, man.
I can't believe
I'm
it.
rocking with the Mobb.
Yeah, let's keep it moving around the room. Let's go all the way around the
They got
room
a
with that. Let's
crazy
see what's
catalog,
up.
so I got to rock with him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta go with Mobb Deep just for production, and lyricism, and just just relating.
Catalog.
Yeah, and just being able to relate.
Yeah, it's definitely Mobb Deep for me. I mean, the Infamous.
The
You know what I'm
Infamous.
saying? Like, War Report was classic, but
5 mics.
the Infamous was just head and shoulders above that joint.
I gotta
you know what
put
I'm saying?
Prodigy
And Hell
within
on
my
Earth.
top 10 MCs for real.
Hey, man, repeat that for me, man.
I got Prodigy in my top 10.
It definitely ain't Havoc. Sorry. Nothing. No
No,
disrespect, but I'm just
No,
saying.
they were the typical
I don't
duo.
think Havoc is
Nah,
in anybody's top
Similar
20.
to P-Rock and CL Smooth, similar to
You
some other
right?
duos,
Oh.
Havoc was on the production, shout out to the guy.
Havoc definitely held up, especially on the Infamous album.
He got better.
Compared to like Prodigy. Like in some songs, he had better verses than Prodigy did. Like that Survival of the Fittest. Yeah, he just set that like shit off. Like, am I allowed to say the S word? I'm just making sure. All right.
You're not allowed
He
to
gave
have
me the
that.
thumbs up over there. But yeah, but Mobb is definitely better. I just see CNN with that one album, The War Report.
It is
was
a
really
classic.
good.
It is a classic,
Yeah, it's
though.
a classic. They had the reunion.
Right.
The reunion was really good. Nori's first album was really good. I really didn't like the Melvin Flint, The Hustler. Can't even front. I got a special place in my heart for what is it, God's Favorite? Because that came
Yes.
out like while I was in high school.
Yes.
So.
Did it have nothing on it?
Yeah, they had nothing, and Nah, I mean, you heard.
Yeah, that was a
Stuff
good
like that,
record.
yeah.
He had a couple hits. Yeah. I like nothing, no doubt.
So yeah, Nori still had a lot of people don't know that Nori had a Rockefeller album that was supposed to come out called One Fan a Day.
You got that bootleg? You got that? I need that.
Nah,
you got that?
I don't have it, but
I'm
it
a
had
G was on that.
Yeah. It said that Reggaeton album came out. Now that joint was some.
I remember seeing reviews. I think the Reggaeton album actually came out.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It had Oi Mikanto on it.
I mean, you can't, God forbid we hold it against you if you didn't know, because not a lot of people went out and bought it.
Yeah.
But, he was, look at it. He broke ground for Snoop Lion. He broke ground.
Yeah.
Snoop Lion. What about you, Ron P?
It's kind of hard, but I'm going to go with the Mobb on this one. Never really heard too much of CNN. I heard a little bit of War Report, but I wasn't too big on like Capone. I was real heavy on Nori, like 98, around that time period. So I really can't give him. I really can't give CNN the credit for me liking Nori. So I just give it to Mobb on that one.
I understand. I understand the point of view. I'm gonna be KB tonight. I'm going CNN on the fact that Nori was way liver and Capone spent a lot of time in jail. Because they were just real, and that, I mean, I'm joking in somewhat. I am giving it to them. I am going their way to be different, and I am going their way because I think they were realer. I'll leave it simple like that. I think they were realer. After reading Prodigy book and hearing this and that, but the legacy is kind of tarnished to me. You know what I mean? The legacy is a little tarnished, and CNN did not have the success. But in the likewise, the legend has never really been tarnished. So I'm rocking different tonight. I'm the KBAD tonight. I'm going with CNN. Shout out to the lady that made Lady K cookies. And shout out to the staff and management here at Legacy and Era Radio for putting out a couple waters and a little juice or something, maybe a chip back there for brother. It's hard to get dinner on the way. There's really not a convenience store anywhere near where we're at that I know of. We are in somewhat of the black hole of the Richmond City. There's
a convenience store. You just gotta peep game on it because I think it stays open until maybe like 6. It's right
closes
over
at
there around the
6.
corner. They actually fry
Ain't
stuff
nobody
there.
hear
They
that
fry
early?
chicken.
You got a
Fried
peep
chicken.
game to find the store. I'm not used to that. Pardon me, I grew up in the burbs. You know, I didn't know I had the peep game to find the convenience store.
Yo, it's on Stockton Street. Okay. Yeah, it cooks.
I'll find it though. I'll find it.
Yeah,
If they got fried products, sodas, beer, wine, and wraps, I will find it.
Yeah, that joint. There's also another one on Hull Street. There's no name or anything to it. You just happen to see cats come out of that joint.
See, I feel like I need a pass to go up in those stores. I'm not prepared. It's like the first time I went in a black barbershop.
It's
Sorry,
kind of hard.
Lady K.
Yeah, it's all good.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Don't want to give out the location too much.
Don't give out the location.
Yeah.
Don't give out the location. Your stalker is still out there counting how many times you touch your hair because he hear it on the mic. He don't even need the video.
Damn.
He's listening that close.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Lady K touched her hair 936 times, and the show's only been on for 25 minutes.
Holy shit. All right.
We're having a great time. Y'all ready to get back to some music?
It's standard time. It's such a good vibe up in here. You're vibing. The music is vibing.
I'm not
the
starving
room.
or thirsty.
True.
I'm not under fear of oppression or lockdown or legal search and seizure.
Exactly. I was scared to even stop at a store.
Over there, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yo. They got
Shout out to everybody out there. Go ahead, Brice. What's
They
that?
got this Mott's for Tots in the corner right here, and that's like the one with no sugar and like no real like bad stuff in it.
Yeah.
So
Word?
they're trying to preserve our radio
talking
voices. They're trying to preserve our radio voices.
Brice, you telling me, Brice Lover, you telling me there's no arsenic in that apple juice right there?
No, it's not apple juice. It's fruit punch.
Oh, fruit punch. Oh,
Yeah.
fruit punch. They got the fruit punch.
They do have the fruit punch, y'all. Even though myself, I'm a Tahitian treat fan.
Mister.
It is.
That's the black.
Mister.
Black.
I'm just gonna, as a white guy, I'm just gonna guess that's some kind of special kind of fruit punch.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, brothers love Tahitian treat.
Swerve, don't front. You know what Tahitian treat is, yo.
Well,
You see it right next to the Arizonas. Yeah, every time. You know what Tahitian treat is. You probably had one with your fish sandwich today.
I'm old school. You know, I go back to Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid guy busting up through the door. That's all I know. I'm not sure I know about the Tahitian treat, but I appreciate your assumption and willingness to think I'm down. You know.
Shout out to the Tahitian treat drinkers out there, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to
I'm not
y'all.
the only one.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the
Is
only
that like
one.
the bright and early?
Oh no, bright and early is trash.
I'm not a juice.
Yeah, that's like the
Bright
He got
drink.
excited. He said, I love bright
of the
and
black
early.
community.
We don't have any, Brice. We don't
That's
have
the
any.
Sunday of the black community.
Yeah,
My
I don't
mind
drink
was
juice.
blown when I got the fruit punch Sunkist. The Sunkist fruit punch blew my mind. I mean, that was a few years ago, but when they came out with that, you know.
That's the strongest, reddest, punchiest soda you can find on the market.
See, I stopped eating and drinking things like that as you get older.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Give you a weird bowel movement. It might scare you first thing in the morning.
We don't need to talk about that.
You might think your whole thing is
my God.
collapsing with that fruit punch blowing out of there. So the great debate at 8, CNN, Mobb Deep.
CNN.
We've been around the room. Mobb Deep is on top. Anybody, any thoughts, anything? Let me know. Let me hear it.
I got some Lady K-isms, but you were trying to avoid them. I could tell, but it's all good.
Never.
I mean, of course, I'm a roll with Mobb. I mean, just off catalog, Infamous is one of my favorite albums of all time. Although the War Report is definitely a classic and stayed in my tape deck in the CRX. The Infamous graduated with me. It's something I still listening to this day. Well, I can't say I don't listen to War Report. And speaking of that, Dolomite said that we just gave him his 2 albums that he's listening to this week, so he appreciates the Great Debate at 8 because he thinks it's an awesome
What up,
selection.
What up, Dolomite?
Yeah, what up, Doe? So,
Shout.
also my boy Nam said, I'm definitely going with Mobb Deep. He was like, Murder Music was one of his favorite albums, which I know was very controversial. Some people thought it was crap. Some thought it was really good.
Nah, that
Well,
Murder Music.
I thought it was great, but the
Yo,
funny
that
thing is,
Infamy was crazy.
the funny thing is, I lived in Harlem back in 2001, I think. And see, here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit. No, KB.
Focus in, niggas. Focus in. We got a Lady K-ism on
This
deck.
is not a Lady K-ism.
Focus
music CD and he still has it. That was the whole point.
But she lived in Harlem, Internets. If you did you catch that? She lived in. She lived in Harlem.
I did 128 St. Nick Terrace. But anyway, shout out to Rebecca A. Clay. Speaking of which, we're going to have somebody from Skrilla Hill in here next week, A. Clay. So
terrific.
Harlem World is coming to VA to show the Uptown
What up,
Lounge.
Harlem? Bronx, what up? Yeah.
Some support. So yeah, let's get into the Lady K-isms.
Let's go.
Definitely have worked with Mobb Deep. I mean, forever. Down every time they came down to Virginia State. Every time we were in Atlanta, working as an all-female street team. When we left Street Rats, I was working with Mariah, and we hung out with Mobb in the mall that day. I have the pictures with the cornrows in my hair. That
Instagram
was just the worst picture ever.
Lady K with a cornfield in her hair.
A terrible picture. But I was down at the Mix Show Power Summit in Miami with Street Rats, and Capone had just came home like the day before and was down in Miami with us chilling, and just a real humble dude. Like, and then for Noriega, I was working with him and Clark Kent and Craig Mack and my friend Joel, not Joel Ortiz, but the one that was down with Bear Mountain with Maceo and them that I was talking about before. We were just all chilling and smoking and whatnot while they were making music. So it was just a lot of good vibes from all of these cats that we talk about. Normally I just have one to talk about, but I can actually speak on all four where I've had incidents and crossed
you
paths.
dropped about 20 names in the last 2 minutes. Internets, if you count, call us.
Everybody, she felt real important.
Call us.
That was Kayla with Mariah and this, that, and the third.
Not Mariah Carey, you goofball.
No.
No, Mariah's
Mariah's a chick from Richmond that used to work promotion.
Street Rats, boo. Street Rats. Nah. Nah, that's who I went up to New York. She was living in Queens with shout out to DV Alias Christ and Trigger the Gambler, Smooth the Hustler. They were all, shut up, SWRV.
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
If you have any idea how many names she just dropped in the last 3 minutes, call us at 804-402-2893. Be our first caller on our first show, and I got a $50 prize for you, Internet. Because I'm sitting here listening, looking at her, and I don't know how many names she just dropped.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't.
It matters.
Let's talk about KB riding from work one day, and that song, one of the songs, the lady songs, came on the radio. He was like, yo, turn it on, K, turn it on.
It was serious, man.
He's like, I'm jamming.
I was laughing crazy hard. Yeah.
CNN, Mobb
Yeah.
Deep.
Rock that, SWRV.
Lady K.
CNN, Mobb Deep.
Word.
We having
Great
a ball.
debate at 8.
Thank goodness we having the ball. The great debate at 8. CNN.
My own co-host
Mobb
hates
Deep.
on me. God.
Let's go. Uptown Lounge. Word up. Apparently, everyone else was right. Mobb Deep wins.
So you're the swayer of the week? That's what we try to do. We try to sway people by digging in the crates.
You know, I pride myself in my honesty, and I have to admit, Mobb Deep just has a lot more material and things going on right there. Did you have a long cord a minute ago? Can we get? Wait, it's all good. What you got, Brice? What are you talking about?
I can't even front. It's funny that you're having this great debate tonight because I just put on this girl to the Infamous. I was like, yo, go on your Spotify and listen to the Infamous. If she likes it and can agree with how great it is, might just have to marry her.
Is
Get matching parental advisory tattoos.
She's the one. Yeah.
Is that the process you put these young ladies through, Brice? Is that what you got to go through hip hop school before you get to the?
You got to get 5
to the
breaks.
cherry on Brice.
Yeah, 10 albums.
You got.
If you don't like,
You got to work your way through the hardcore hip hop shell to get to the soft center of Brice's heart, ladies.
Yeah, if you don't like at least 6 out of 10 of those albums, you might be shit out of luck. Sorry.
We just can't hang out with you.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't vibe with you like that. Maybe another guy. Maybe you want to go listen to some Jason Derulo or something like that.
Word.
Maybe you.
I used to meet those girls too. Those girls are no good. Those Jason Derulo girls are no good.
Shout out to Paragon and Birdman.
Shout out to all the girls. They are under 25. Those fans, though. I do appreciate a young woman. Those Jason Derulo fans are young, so we can say that about them.
Got a lot of pop references in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brice is a wild
take
guy. Say it out
into
loud.
consideration.
Yeah.
That needs to be a drop.
Brice is a wild guy.
Right?
Thanks for listening to the Uptown Lounge. That's the drop right there, Brice.
Right?
Matter of fact, you had to make some
Brice is a wild and crazy guy. Brice was talking about buying records. Did you actually buy a piece of vinyl, Brice? What were you talking about? A CD? What were you talking about when you said you bought the DOC album?
Yeah, I bought that DLC album a couple of days ago from Steady Sounds. Shout out to Steady Sounds up on Broad. Go support them. Go support all your just vinyl places around here.
So to answer the question, yes, it was vinyl you bought?
Yeah,
Vinyl?
yes, it was vinyl.
Stay focused,
I'm
Brice.
sorry, I'm going
Before you give your plugs and your shout outs and
Dropping.
shout out to the chick that is still making it through the Mobb Deep process.
She is, yo.
You know, she's up to 4 albums, and she doesn't really like a 5th one, but she really wants to go to Red Lobster this weekend, so she might go ahead and tuck that infamy.
You didn't know Swerve? I'm name dropping king around these parts.
You didn't. Sounds like we have a battle next week in the upcoming weeks, internet.
Me and Lady K can be the name dropping queen of Richmond. Yo.
Yeah.
That's the great debate at 8 right there.
He's the
That's the great
worst.
debate at 8. Lady K versus Brice.
We had name
When
drops.
you name drop, because you can just tell like just all the places you've been. I'm done. I'm handing on my mic right now.
Is that a ludicrous song? Is that a ludicrous?
That's that Pete Rock CL Smooth.
Oh, the Pete Rock. Okay, the Pete Rock CL Smooth. Okay.
Hilarious.
Brice is on point tonight,
But
ladies
shout
and
out to
gentlemen.
Swerve. He's doing this thing on just like the ones and twos, holding it down.
Oh, thank you.
As
Thank you.
always.
Thank you.
No doubt. No
Thank
doubt.
you.
I missed you, man.
I miss you,
In
Brice.
the most sus way I can.
No homo, Brice. I miss you, man. Noted. My new thing is not no homo or pause like that. My new thing, and it goes for sexism, racism. If I ever say something that sounds a little crazy, just call me out and I will say noted. That's my new thing, noted. So like I could say, Brice, as a man to another man, I really missed your presence.
You can definitely say that, yeah.
Noted. Noted, though.
Noted.
There's no homo, racial, sexist, gender bias, ageism, anything within me.
Just noted.
Just you know that whenever you hear the word noted.
It's nice and PC.
If you think I'm coming at you sideways, I might be, but it's all for fun.
And
So, all right?
mine is
No isms.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's
Lady
cute.
K is cute tonight. She has all 4 eyes on, which is unusual. We won't get into that. She's just styling a new pair of frames, as Brice pointed out earlier, at all times.
Later, yeah.
We're here with the listening party, gentlemen. When is the listening party on? In case these legacy internet radio people do not know, inform them, please.
Yo, that will be tomorrow, Thursday night, 9:30 to 11:30 p.m.
Word up.
That's a drop right there. That's a mellow voiced announcer right there. Y'all got a little bit of everything over there at the listening party, huh?
The listening party.
Y'all getting ready to have a DJ? Y'all have a DJ? Or y'all getting ready to have a DJ?
Bunch of DJs.
Y'all have a
come
bunch of
through.
DJs? I know y'all have guest DJs. I know Lonnie has
should
come
say
through.
that. Yeah,
I know different people have come through. Do y'all have a listening party DJ?
Nobi is basically.
Yeah.
Nobi. Oh, shout out to DJ Nobi. I just met him, a good brother, saw me in need and tried to help out. Sometimes I am beyond help, but thanks to everyone who tries.
That's what they say about me. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But other than that, when you don't have a live DJ, it's you, Triple H.
Yeah.
It's
On the
you.
virtual
Well,
one or
he's
two.
a music man.
Well, you know.
First of all, Triple H, congratulations on winning your match last Sunday with Sting. Yeah.
We have wrestling fans in the building because I didn't watch it, but I hear WrestleMania was off the chain.
It was
For those
lit.
that
It was
don't
real
know, Brice now has wrestling radio. So tell us a little bit about that, Brice.
We'll turn this on. When does it come in, Brice? Steve?
I got a wrestling radio show that I host with this other guy on WVCW, my alma mater, VCU. Shout out to Shaka. He built this city. But anyway,
And it's still building this city.
And when,
Yes.
before he leaves
Richmond
for
would be
Texas,
Cleveland without VCU. So picture
Right.
that, ladies and gentlemen.
But
More
that
like
paper's
Toledo.
going to take him to Texas.
But yeah,
What you going to do then?
How you said what?
I said that paper's going to take him to Texas.
No,
though.
it's not about to take him to Texas. I don't think so because people come up with these reports all the time. Shaka staying here. You think he'd go to Texas over?
Texas has money right now throwing at Shaka. He's leaving. I'm sorry.
I don't
Mark
know.
my word. We'll come back to that another
Hopefully
day.
not. But yeah, it's on 102.9. It's 9 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights at 9.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
WBCW.org. It's just an hour of just like wrestling talk for the casual and fan. We mix it up with like hip hop and stuff like that too.
Would you agree that wrestling is the male soap opera?
It is.
Okay.
It totally is. I mean, it's like a lot of people don't consider it as like a sport. It was crazy. I was going on ESPN.com and they announced it and they got so much hate. They were like, "Yo, wrestling is fake. Wrestling is fake." But yo, it might be of course scripted, but those athletes like they're still like athletes and like run up on them, they still whoop your ass. So
yeah. Many a loose fan has got their ass whooped in the parking lot of a coliseum across the country, or in some various bar after the night by running up on some mad wrestler G'd up on cocaine and steroids with not enough women around talking about what is fake and what is real. And when you catch that real ass whipping, I bet you might reconsider it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm into that. I know I ain't walking up on the rock, so.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I have always loved wrestling. I admit I got out of it, got back into it. I was back in the golden days. Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat,
is my favorite.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Macho Man. I go back like that. And then when they had the
Slim Jim,
when they had the WWE WCW wars, me and my friends would watch that along with Monday Night Football, like side to side.
Monday Night Nitro, 8 Ball's
Monday Night,
house.
Right.
He'd have it on the split.
And that was as fun to me as any other sport I've watched, because I'm a music guy. A lot of sports, quite honestly, are fucking boring to me.
Oh
if
my
I
God,
can
that
say
kills me. That hurts me.
Yeah, people talk about the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, that would be me.
Give a fuck. People talk about the Redskins. I don't care. We're going to play fantasy football. We're good, because I'm going to my real life job. I got 3 of them.
I don't play fantasy
Forget
football.
your fantasies. Go get a job. Nigga, come borrow money from me.
Blasphemy.
You come borrow money to me. You've been playing fantasies all week. Go get a job, sir. I think since we can't use any racial words whatsoever, and let me tell you, if you're listening, Marcus J out there, I'm totally 100% with you. I've got a lot of respect for his character and the way he addresses the mic and broadcasts to the world. So I got total respect for that. From now on, everybody is yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Everybody's a sir. Everybody gets my ultimate respect, no matter how stupid you are. So I'm involved. I'm not making up. At first I was like, well, I'll just make up other names and substitute. That's wrong. I'll admit that's wrong. Just making up other names. When I was in high school way back when, I knew white dudes that called black people blueberries.
Wow.
Yeah, that stuff they joke about, that's true. White people make up other names. And then they come up, you wonder why somebody at your job is always talking about blueberries? You might want to check on him. That's just the words of the wise. I'm telling you that from the inside.
KB having a flashback at work.
Somebody called him blueberries.
Whole Foods though, like KB. I saw that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to the dudes I'm gonna put my hands on when I get to work.
Cause you know how like nutritionists like Richmond try to be like with their old wheatgrass loving ass. So it might just be that.
Might be, you don't know. Wheatgrass, blueberries. That's just a little tip. Today's tip from the inside of white world to the rest of y'all out there. Watch out for various forms of schemery, but I'm not doing any of that. I know the tricks. I'm not using them. I'm going to refer to everybody with the ultimate respect from now on. In the spirit, because I'm so happy to be here at Legacy Internet Radio. Legacy Internet Radio fans, please stick with us every Wednesday 7 to 9. I guarantee you're going to have a good time. We have the listening party on the regular. We have various, you might catch any rapper that lives in Richmond, Nicholas F., Noah O., Black Liquid, whoever, Artillery to God. I'm trying to get some of the battle rap guys in here and get them interviewed on I'm going to pick up my slack on getting some of the guests in so Lady K doesn't have to do all the legwork.
It's all good. We're a team. You play all the music.
Yeah. But shout out to the battle rappers that are doing it. We got an event coming up April 9th. Once again at the Camel.
That's the Camel, right?
Cats are going head to head. with the Bravo and the whole Battle League thing. So check that
These are
online.
getting bigger too, and I've seen the videos online, even though I haven't.
Yeah, they got the footage. Shout out to BC Music First, copping all that footage and shooting all the footage for the Battle Leagues. He goes to Norfolk. He's in Richmond. He's shooting a lot of footage. The footage looks lovely. So for battle rap fans, check that out. Wrestling fans, we checked in on y'all. Tea Party, Republicans are still crazy. Democrats, politicians wild to me. I don't even like talking about it because I don't agree with none of it. So we covered just about everything. The new home is lovely. They put out snacks for us. We got candles burning.
The sound quality.
The biggest thing, management took off. We ain't seen him but about 10 minutes doing the whole show. He trusts us. We trust him.
See him next person.
It's love. It's love. We in the building. We at the luxurious city of Richmond, right in the heart of somewhere you'll never find unless you know where it's at. I can say whatever, as long as we can make an agreement that we never tell people where we are.
Please.
I can say whatever I want about anybody because they will never find me here.
I still got to get to my car at night. Yeah.
But the courtyard is lovely. That's a little hint, but there's a lot of courtyards around.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. We had the listening party with us. What are y'all featuring tomorrow night, Henry? Put the people up. What's going down? 9:30, right? Y'all 9:30?
Yep.
Yes,
To
sir.
11:30 on Thursday.
To 11:30, we gonna rock out with the beats, man. Actually, tomorrow's gonna make a year for the listening party. So
Is it really?
Celebrate.
Yeah, that is
Celebrate.
right.
Happy
That is
anniversary.
right. April.
absolutely,
Right, word.
So we might as well go back to the OG premise of the show. We're just gonna bang out the beats. We're gonna bang them hip hop joints, and we're gonna get all that social commentary like we do every week.
No doubt. No doubt.
Good to go.
Well, what you about to do for the rest of the show?
For the rest of the show, I don't know. I had a little
We only
Grand
got about
Poobah.
15 minutes left, so.
Yeah. Pooh coming through the Armory or something? Where's he
Grand
coming to?
Poobah's the 18th.
Where?
Grand Poobah's in Petersburg.
Yeah, Grand
In
Poobah's
Petersburg.
Petersburg.
Word.
Yeah.
Civic Center.
Yeah.
Get down with Brand Nubian. Get down with Grand Poobah. Go see him at the Civic Center in Petersburg. Right now, we're going to get in the Grand.
Coming to a close for the evening, our first night on Legacy Internet Radio.
It's been a great first night. Salute to everybody, the whole staff, everybody we met, everybody that welcomed us from the very first meeting. It's been incredibly warm and welcome. We're here doing it. We got the listening party Thursdays 9:30 to 11:30. You got the Uptown Lounge every Wednesday 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, broadcasting from
That's
the
right.
beautiful city of
We
Richmond.
appreciate y'all.
Thanks for the listening party. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Family.
Hey, we
We look forward to working with y'all a lot here at the new establishment.
Shout out to DJ Nobi for coming through and
Nobi.
Aaron Turner. They,
Who we got real quick? Who we got next week on the
We
show?
got A. Clay on the show next week from Harlem.
Help him out. We may not. Everybody who's not so industry savvy as you may not recognize the name A.
is an
Clay.
independent artist that I met back in '99, 2000, I think it was, when I actually went up to New York, and he was just the unsigned hype thing for The Source was going on and all that, and Versus, if you remember Versus, him and Versus were from the same block. Versus signed a Bad Boy. Diddy never did anything with him, but he won the unsigned hype thing. They used to battle in front of the Apollo on 125th, and they just to really get it in. And A. Clay was just a dope MC, and we all became friends, and he's now married to my best friend. They got 2 kids.
Word.
So he got tired. You know, he used to work with Biz Markie, Craig G. Just his story, he'll tell it. But he got tired of the industry, so he did his own project. So this is all him. All production, all beats. Everything is him. And it's just kind of like almost a tribute to himself. Like, you know, I'm tired of waiting on everybody else, so
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I know you can. So I just told him that we would break it on the air, you know, for the first time and show some love in VA. And it's available on iTunes, but we'll, you know, put all that info out. But
we'll get into it.
Check into it next
Check
week.
us out next week on the Uptown Lounge where Crush gets his groove back. We're having so much fun here at Legacy Internet Radio. You can check us out at tunein.com. That's where you find Legacy Internet Radio every week on tunein.com. You can check Lady K's Facebook. You can check DJ Swerve's Facebook, Instagram, and IG.
Instagram, Lady K 804.
No.
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 Swerve does not have Instagram,
No.
but we're still in the makings of that. We have been for a year and a half now.
Swerve does not self-snitch online, so I don't need no Instagrams.
Snitching. It is solely
A lot of
to promote-
self-snitchery going on these
Do you know how many
days.
times you're hashtagged on Instagram? Like,
I know,
join,
and
just
shout out,
so you can see all
shout
the
out to
pictures of
everybody
the
that hash browns me. I love them with a
Hash
little
browns.
butter and ketchup. You
They got
put an egg on the
hashtags and
side.
pictures from the Inspector Deck show when you was DJing for him. So
I know.
It's
I
a
know
whole
that-
bunch
I
of
know.
stuff.
I know,
You
I'm
got
missing
name
out.
dropping too.
Next week on the Uptown Lounge with A. Clay, who do we have? And we will let you know on social media what the Great Debate at 8 is.
True.
All right. Thanks to everybody at Legacy Internet Radio. Thanks to the listening party. Once again, you've been rocking with the Uptown Lounge. Peace.
Tired of wearing that same old raggedy t-shirt to group events, civic, and work situations? Then why don't you check out our folks, Live Action Captions. They offer t-shirt services here in the Richmond and Tri-City area.